good?
What's up, brother? Thing good?
I've been seeing you doing your shit out here.
Moving and shaking,
Yeah.
Hey, full motion.
Indeed. What's good, though?
Shit, we about to go ahead. Y'all come? Let's get it, man.
Shit, we can talk about it right now.
Let's get it, man. Fuck it. Chop it up. Let's go.
Motherfucking corner. Hey, first of all, before we go anywhere, I just got a new nickname. Thank you, Dave Jeff. I appreciate that.
Hola, Miguel. Hola.
Hola, Miguel is in the building.
That's hilarious.
Oh, shit, man. So this is episode 89.
89.
Who's famous for 89?
Was that Tim Brown? Wasn't he 80? Nah, Tim Brown is 80.
I have no clue.
81.
I was going to give you Dennis Rodman, but he's 91. So
Nah, 89 it's an 89 out there.
Is
somewhere.
Dennis Rodman 89?
No, he was 91.
He was 91.
Okay.
We'll
figure that shit out during the show.
Somebody graduated in 89. That's important.
You were wrong, Miguel.
Somebody got knocked up in 89.
That was the wrong year, Miguel. That is the wrong answer, Miguel.
What album came out in 89? What famous video, famous album came out in 89?
Said to be some Public Enemy something. That was before NWA.
89 is the number. Another summer. Police saying, there you go.
Boogie Down Productions. There you go.
There you go.
I was going to give you LL Cool J joint, the Black Panther shit.
Well, he probably
that was
dropped
88.
He probably dropped every year in the 80s, though.
Okay.
88.
That was my shit, though. That was my shit.
You were wrong, that bitch. We're going to have to record that as one of the sound clips.
I was wrong, that bitch.
Every time you read a word that ain't the word that's on the paper, it's going to be, you are wrong, Miguel.
You are wrong, Miguel.
Miguel, that is incorrect.
That's funny, man. That's funny. How was your week, brothers?
It was a good week, man. You know, went out to LA. Shout out to my brother, my sister. Got a little step outside of the Chicago weather.
Nice.
That LA sun is different. It's different, bro. And on the real, my little brother, man, he got this great rooftop view. I mean, like phenomenal rooftop view. So me and my sister went up there kind of late and just kind of chopping it up, sitting back, man. And you can just see all the mountain ranges. You get that beautiful kind of coastal wind, man. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, he got his son from time to time.
Okay.
But,
From time to time.
I mean, it's, they share custody.
Because he definitely fucking on that roof.
I ain't nothing to do with me on his business.
Hola, papi.
I wouldn't be mad if he is. You feel me? But it's real peaceful. But like you said, the LA is different, man. It's like in Chicago when it's warm, you lose your mind. Because you be like, you don't know how long this going to last.
Yes.
You got to get it in now.
Right,
in LA,
man.
it's just another day. It's like, oh, man, it's cool.
Hey, the
Keep
sun.
it cool,
Just
man.
another
Hey, son.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Right.
That cost of living, though.
Yeah, it is definitely a different lifestyle on that. For sure.
You got to stay in the good all the time.
Yeah. Ain't no slipping. That's for sure. Not for long
true.
anyway.
Every time Dave posts, I feel like he only posts when you in LA or when the sun is
That's
shining.
not true. You just posted he was in New York.
No.
I posted in New York.
Yeah.
I'm by coastal.
Yeah.
Okay, that's facts. Well, let me say this. The last time I saw you going crazy, you was on Sea-Doos, jumping off mountains, all kind of crazy shit.
Will Smith shit?
Yeah, on some super Will Smith shit. Like, you know what I'm
finished
saying?
that
He would
book
post like every 5 minutes. I couldn't even keep up. Like, bro, like, stop.
You are wrong, Miguel.
Yeah, I finished
I
that. Will
promise
Smith.
y'all, this is my first beer, so don't mind me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going down. It's a good day today.
Don't mind me. No, I had a great week. Can I just tell y'all, just from a father perspective, my 18-year-old daughter just made 18 last weekend.
Hey.
Happy
birthday.
I just took her yesterday to get her first tattoo.
Dope.
really?
Dope.
From my man Nick Colella, first dude who gave me my tattoo.
Okay.
So I've known him almost 20-some years, 25 years.
So are
easy.
people loyal to their tattoo artists like they are to their barbers?
Yeah, I mean some, but
To a
maybe
degree?
not. But maybe not. I mean, I just like his style.
Okay.
I mean, he's definitely my man. That's my brother's family. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I love him, his wife, his kids, or whatever. So why? I mean,
What a way.
I'm not against going to someplace else.
I'm glad
But,
you were a father and took your daughter. I love my big brother to death. He is one of my idols and role models. He took me to the basement of the flea market on Madison Pulaski to get my first tattoo.
Nice.
Did you cover it up? You still got it?
I still got the
Flea
motherfucker. I'll box it right here.
Madison
Like $5 a letter.
What's his name, Miguel?
$5.
What's his
$5
name?
a letter.
Again? Right.
His arm almost fell off after I got the tattoo, though.
Nice.
So I survived.
That's what's up.
My week was good, man. I was inside at work all week. You know I'm getting old at the gig, man. I was inside all week doing reports, doing nothing, man. Some of the weirdest
They
shit
got you
happened to
doing
work.
paperwork at this job?
I'm okay with that. Because if you put me in the squad car, I'm not going to do shit out there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, facts.
It's okay,
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I can do reports. That's one thing I can do. I can do reports well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with the public anymore unless I have to, unless it's building relationships with the community, because you got the young cats out here that's fucking it up.
Wow.
Being proactive, being John Rambo, being Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator, going out here hunting for stuff that's not there and causing conflict. So you got the old cats like me that come in, and my partner and several other old dogs, it's a term we use, come in and straighten shit out. But man, answering the phone at the desk it's a task.
Oh, God.
Bro, somebody called and said, hey, I like officers that twerk.
What?
I couldn't do shit but laugh, dog. This shit's hilarious, man.
I can imagine you like, hold on, say it again. Let me put you on
Do you
speakerphone.
twerk? Do you twerk? I'm like, nah, I hung up. Motherfucker called in and say, I said, nah, bro, I hung up. So motherfucker called back and say, hey, who is this? I say, who is this? He said, no, who are you? I say, I'm your father. He said, you my father? I said, yeah, I got some money. Oh, I missed you, man. I missed a lot of years of your life.
Hilarious.
So,
You just start talking
You got to
shit
talk to
back.
these people like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
He said, no, I don't got no father. My father died. I said, no, you didn't. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? But that was work shit, man. But I did something. What happened?
I was laughing.
You said, I'm here for you.
I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you, man. But I did something that a lot of us need to do to help our kids. For the future, is I gained some more. I purchased some more life insurance.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a real
I upped it again. It's like my third policy. To be honest with you. I'm just steady getting shit out here. Little nurse came to my house, did a little physical and shit, man. Took some blood, took some urine.
Didn't leave till
early. Huh? What happened now?
She
didn't leave.
took a few things, is what you're saying.
Took a few things. You know what? It almost went there, but how about
few
this
vitals. Took a few vitals.
I lift weights every fucking day. I try to, man. So she say, it was a real quick visit, like 12 o'clock. I said, oh, it's early. I can still go lift weights and motherfucking get back to the crib. That's what work. She said, no. You can't do no heavy lifting. I immediately thought about a dick joke. I'm like, well, I got to pee right now. I'm going to hold this dick.
What I'm supposed to do.
And what's she say, bro?
She was like,
Excuse me.
I'm going to leave. I'm going to go right now.
She said,
This is an HR issue.
It went well because I'm not in jail, okay?
Yeah.
I'm here.
See, we ain't ain't gonna be no home care for the corner combo at this point. Be on the whole blacklist.
Actually, she laughed, though. She must have got some kids or something that play these goofy-ass games. But she laughed. That was it, though. Have a good day. Maybe she laughed out of nervousness, but she laughed.
She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here.
Right.
I told her my name was Miguel.
Would you stay if my name was Miguel? Right.
Y'all funny as hell. Hey, look.
Know the name of this show.
Hold on. How was your week, bro?
Come on, man. This is the highlight of my week, year,
That's true.
month, whatever. I grind all week to do this.
There you go.
For real.
Nice.
Dead ass. Like,
Hustle. When he said that, just Ace Hood song came to mind. Hustle.
hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Hustle. That's it, man. That's all I got for you. My life isn't that interesting. I just put on a good show
Damn.
from time to time.
Right. From time to time.
But,
89 of no, like, so me being a guest, like I just say, y'all.
You think you a guest, huh?
I'm just saying.
No, okay.
No. I mean,
No, look.
not being here every week. I ain't been here 88 episodes.
Yeah, you were
89.
Okay.
Well, I've been here maybe 2, so I ain't been here 86 episodes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that is a feat in itself. The consistency is on point.
Appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely, man. Gratitude.
Coming up
Y'all
on
take
2
care of y'all
years.
kids, don't you?
A lot.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I can tell
Yeah.
from the consistency.
Consistency.
Right.
Y'all good brothers.
Before we go any further, man, we got to give a shout out to Dion, man. He's out here changing the community, man, week after week, man. And actually, before I pay the bills, man, but I got in tune with Dion through you. I saw you posted Dion Chicago
Oh,
Drinks.
yeah, that's my
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dion.
Shout out. Always, man.
The fridge, man.
Man.
Right.
Feeding folks.
He's doing excellent work out here, man. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and run his ad, man.
As you
Food
should.
insecurity and hunger is projected to affect millions of Chicago residents this year. Dion's Chicago Dream is fighting food issues throughout Chicagoland. With its Dream Deliveries program, the Dream Team is stabilizing access and quality. To learn more and donate, visit www.dionschicagodream.com or search at Dion's Chicago Dream on all social media platforms. Again, that's www.dionschicagodream.com or search at Dion's Chicago Dream, again with an S, on all social media platforms. Feed families, create community, and fuel hope.
My boy Dion, man, I get inspired every time I see him.
Nah, G, I have an interesting story on even how
Talk
we
to me.
met.
Talk to me.
He posted basically like, "Dave Jeff, you better hit me back, nigga."
Yeah, he definitely seemed like that guy.
He basically posted that, and so like on the thing, I'm like, who is this? Like, what have I done to this brother? And so when I hit him back, it was nothing but roses. It's nothing like this, but he was just saying, this is what I needed to shake it up, to get to somebody like you. And I'm like, oh, my man, Pop just hit me. Mm-hmm. But like from then on, locked in, Pop. Yeah. He gave me like I did this dinner, and he gave me so I'm part of his Dion the Dream Team.
Okay.
So I got like a ring, like a
at the Puma that y'all did at Rico
okay, all right.
At Rico joint, right?
but yes, like this like championship ring for his team, gold, iced out, and everything. I'm like,
dope.
Nice, man. I said, boy, you moving a lot of bananas.
That brother got a lot of energy, man. And
I love that brother, man.
You know what's interesting, man, is like, and I talk about this with teachers a lot too, is like, you know, the homeless community is one of the more challenged communities. But what Dion was really sure to say is like, this isn't just about homeless people.
Yeah.
This is about people who live in food deserts. This is about people who just don't have enough access to fresh food.
Yep.
People who don't have, finances to people that don't even have the education for fruit and vegetables to even know how to buy it or whatever. So I thought that was a really key element to what he's doing, is he's teaching people that hunger is not just an issue about homeless people or people, there's people with money that still eat tremendously unhealthy simply because their healthy food is far away.
Right.
So I think he's given a food insecurity is what his
but
focus
if you guys go and research his thing, his whole story is amazing.
No. We had him on, and he killed it. He killed it. He killed it.
Dope show. Love his energy, bro. And every time I hear his ad, his commercial, you know what I'm saying, and his dream, what he put into play. It's motivating, man, because it's happy to know that you got good people out here that don't mind giving their own time to get to the culture.
The consistency, Pop. That man gets up and goes to Mariano's,
5
wherever he
a.m.,
goes, all the time, fills that refrigerator, makes sure the refrigerator is filled. Like, I don't know how many pounds a day or whatever of food it is or how they equate it, but it's a lot. He moving weight.
Oh, yeah. Legit.
Right.
Yeah, cleaning them, like all of that.
Love it, man.
Dion,
Keep it up, Dion, brother.
My brother. Hola, Dion.
So this from the get. So this is a very, 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 very special episode because in Chicago,
How many times you say Barry?
probably like 10.
Damn.
Right?
That was a lot.
Everything dope happens in Chicago. Everything, in my opinion. Right? From the culture, sports, business, everything starts here. Right? With that being said, we got to give a happy birthday to Chicago, man.
Shout out. Happy
You know what I'm
birthday,
saying?
Chicago.
Y'all didn't know today is Chicago's birthday.
In the house.
Happy birthday to
Yeah.
Hola, Chicago.
Guess we should have had like a
Happy
Curtis
birthday,
Mayfield. Happy birthday,
racist place.
Hola, Chicago. We saw that on the way over, right? It's like the 185th birthday or since Chicago was founded. Now, what we didn't find out, and Bossie's the Google champion, is if that's the date that they credit Jean Baptiste du Sable with founding Chicago, or if that's a different date, because I'm not sure that's the same.
If you like, I can play Dilla's clip. Shout out to Dilla, man, friend of the show.
Sherman.
Yes, I can play his clip
I'm waving everybody.
on IG. Real short little reel.
You run the show, bro.
This is
Let's see.
what's that? This is our TRL.
Birthday to the greatest city on earth. Let's talk about it. Our name comes from the Potawatomi who called this place home, and there was a half French, half Haitian brother who had such a serious hustle, his settlement became Fort Dearborn. Chartered in 1837, and by 1857 we had standardized the grain grading system. Less than 10 years after that, we became hog butchers to the world via the Chicago Union Stockyards. I'm sure you heard about that big fire we had and that we rebuilt right after it. You probably know we give the world the fireman's pole and the time zones. Between George Hallis and good old Alonzo Amos Stad, we make football cool. You can thank Chicago for the first black middle-class job, the Pullman Porters.
It's the whole thing.
And we gave the world the blood bank, too.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's Chicago, man.
Labor Day
Chicago,
and also
man.
Black
Gonna
History
give it this
Month.
just due.
Jazz, house,
that's
drill, blues, juke, open heart surgeries, you name it.
true,
Happy
man.
birthday, Chicago.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very Chicago.
They forgot footworking.
He did forget footwork.
Juke.
Well,
You said juke.
He said juke. Okay.
Juke and footwork are kind of synonymous.
Kind of synonymous.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna
what's
disagree.
up,
I'm
man.
gonna disagree there, but okay.
Like if
can argue
juke,
later.
if juke was a dance.
It's definitely
football.
footwork. Yeah.
Right.
I was dope when you had the shorties in here footworking too. I want to pull up. You
And
ain't
do
call
what?
me. And kill. And kill.
Boy, you're gonna be exhausted, my brother.
I still
you
got
got
it.
30 seconds, about getting down, you know what I'm saying? With
You
the
got
feet
the
working, you know what I'm
first
saying?
3 steps. And
You
it's
gotta-
all,
you gotta
it's
get him
all
lit.
fake arm motions after
Right.
that.
You gotta get him lit the footwork though.
No, you gotta get it's the face too.
Right.
No, he got the duck lips. When
That
he do
second,
it.
he do though,
Yeah,
man.
he
Why
do
you
duck
gotta do
lips.
that, bro?
Oh, I'm snapping. Oh, yeah.
He said, "Oh, I'm snapping."
I know that second spin, you out of there.
Yeah, it's over with. Pass the baton, man. It's okay. So I want to start with our girl TONIKA JOHNSON.
Shout out, girl. What's happening?
So
Ain't doing a thing.
project.
What's
Yeah.
up?
So she has a new program that she's running. I forget what museum.
Map project.
Right, but it's not at this point. She's
Inequity for Sale?
Inequity for Sale.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, with the Englewood signs on the houses.
So
People-
basically, in the 1950s and 60s, all the black owners of homes in Englewood were lied to and basically kicked out of their homes when they signed the contract.
Sounds
Swindled.
eerily
Yeah, they
familiar.
was
Right
swindled.
today's era.
Yeah. So what she did was she teamed up with this museum. I forgot the name of the museum. Excuse me. And they made a post and went to each location in Englewood that this happened to and put the post in front of the
Got a
house.
sign right in front.
Right. And it gave the history of that particular location. So she's been getting crazy write-ups on that. So shout out to her for that.
Yeah,
feel like she
I was on a panel with her about that. That was
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
amazing.
She's cold. She
The
cold.
National Public Housing Museum.
Thank you. So then she got some pushback about a week later. One of the guys that owned the homes moved that shit, cut it up, moved it. So she just riding down the street and see that my shit gone. So dude like, look, get this shit from in front of my crib because I want my neighbors or my church folk to think that
It was him that did it.
he was part of the
he's
problem.
right for
It
that
say
though, man.
on the sign that this happened back then.
Right, but people don't do their homework and be like, oh, the sign's here, it says house stolen, you stole it. He was right to move it, but I mean, how about this?
I guess especially if they ain't asking
Don't
him
have
to
your
put it in his crib.
don't have your motherfucking house looking abandoned though. If you own it, don't have it shit looking like it's run down like it's a trap house, like
That
it's
might
abandoned
be-
for real.
that
Don't
might
have it
also
looking like that.
might be why he
And it's
was
funny
asked.
because they used to say the old saying on these sitcoms and even in suburbia. There goes the neighborhood when you see black folks moving in. It's funny as fuck because now you see suburbia moving into, they running back to the neighborhoods to get these properties in the houses, man. And to me, I don't know, this is my mind going all conspiracy in this bad boy, was the 50s and 60s, what they did, these bad contracts, these land sale contracts, was that a plan to just in case the suburbs don't work out, they can come back to the city and get their shit?
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying?
it was if you
I feel that.
when you check the history on it, it was very much so because of the timing, it was timed around the GI Bill. So it was timed around World War II. So we had a lot of white male veterans coming home and cities were populated at that point. Chicago was populated. So
I see that.
The United States had promised these brothers, all right, here's this money to buy a home. There was no home to buy in Chicago. Right. So they had to build the suburbs to actually make good on their promise. And so the suburb flight, that was real. I don't think they ever intended or expected property values in the city to turn into what they have now.
It's absolutely not.
Like I live around the corner, right?
See, look at the brain on brain.
Yeah, look at the big brain on brain.
And I think they also probably hadn't really accounted for the fact that lakefront property, right, being right around the corner from the lake, right across the street from the lake, would also increase the value of your home over time. It was definitely on purpose that they were trying, that white folks moved, the white flight movement was definitely on purpose.
No, and that's a definite general perception too of what you just said. about like even the projects or these other things,
Right.
the lakefront property. I just had a buddy of mine who's here from out of town, and we're coming down Lakeshore Drive, and he like, damn, the projects got the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, them ain't projects,
Right.
right now, not projects. Now those are projects.
Those are projects.
Those are projects.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying?
39
right. But like the Newport and all of those, them ain't projects.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But that's crazy though. That the lakefront is definitely our prime real estate.
But also you got to remember back then too, and this is a little bit further before that. The lake and the river used to stink because of the butcher yard.
Because of the
It still stinks. It still stinks.
But it was much worse
Let's
then.
not get it fucked up.
So it's like there's a lot of things that factored into it. But yeah, for sure, shout out to Tony, man. Just at the end of the day, she was on a whole series on WTTW. Like she had the whole panel. Q was,
She's out
was
there
featured
now,
on
yeah.
that joint.
Good for her.
It's really great to have a sister who really, one, is just a good person in general, but that she's being able to really tell a story that's been hidden from Chicago forever.
And what's her name again?
TONIKA Johnson.
TONIKA Johnson.
Johnny J Photography. Is how we met.
Hola, Tony.
Tony.
I should call her right now, but we gonna.
Hey, but did you hear the reason why the guy said he moved the sign?
Nah.
One of his major reasons, probably the major reason, was he said, being a man of the church, it looks bad upon me. Motherfucker, being a human.
He said being a union?
No.
Be a human.
I'm saying, motherfucker, being a human. You know what I'm saying?
Keep your property up.
Yeah,
like
keep your property up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
that shit look abandoned,
Did it
bro.
look bad? It looked
Yeah,
bad.
oh, hell
It's
yeah.
terrible. I'll show you a picture, bro.
It's in the middle of Englewood.
You know what's crazy though? Now, I like to go different places, man. This will be really quick. They tell you, like Africa, they see the commercials on TV, Africa's desolate. We know better now. It's desolate, flies in kids' eyes, no food, but
that's
we
not
know it's
true.
full of resources.
Oh, yeah.
They tell you, Austin,
Let's
Englewood.
go to Lagos.
Yeah.
Austin, Englewood is full of which it is. It's violent at times, but it's got its good patches, But we know it's full of resources here. But the resources are not minerals. It's the actual people that live there.
Yeah.
Those are the resources in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Nah,
true.
there's some houses in Inglewood. Yeah,
Yeah, some
lot of
properties
good
getting
spots.
redeveloped.
There's a lot of
That's
good
going to be the
pockets.
next area.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
who's gonna buy the piece of property in Englewood next?
Oh, people are buying them now. Are you tripping?
Bro,
Yeah.
do the homework.
They're already buying. Number one, you get them for
You
cheaper
on that?
value.
Do the homework.
Here's
Hola, realtor.
Hola, beard and
You know how many
Lawrence.
people own these properties, bro, and just waiting for a certain period of time to actually build and go back? I know a lot of cops who hate working in these areas, but own houses in these areas.
Oh, man, shout out to and to be 100, right? One of the first people to really talk to me about it was Rich, from Rich Works,
Filthy
right?
Rich,
Yeah,
Filthy
he
Rich.
was like
That's my man.
showing me properties. He was like, man, Joe, I'm like, man, that's right on the edge of Englewood. He was like, yeah, of course it is. He was like, but I want you to think of it like this. Look at your value 10 years from now. Because the houses that he's rehabbing, the houses that he's doing over there, these are luxury cribs.
And Pop, I'm sure we can have to do a whole 8 shows on this.
Yeah.
About changing your mindset.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your mindset. Like we do think in front of us.
Yeah.
But we should be thinking around the corner.
Well, we mad
I feel
when we
that.
see 4
I
white
feel
people buy the same houses that we turned our
we
nose
did
at, and then
have
they
that
put a
opportunity.
Starbucks there, and now they
We
jogging,
did
and now
have
we
that
like,
opportunity.
they taking our community from us.
Yeah.
No, you passed up.
You also got to get afforded opportunity to purchase that shit too, though. I'm watching some
Yeah.
shady shit go down out west.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Real estate
Yeah.
is shady
Yep.
business, man. End of the day, real estate is a shady business.
Boss, I want you to talk to me about what's his name? Joe Biden, your president. He gave a nomination to
I voted for
a
you,
black
bro.
woman. You should.
Okay, all right.
And you
I
should.
voted for McKinley.
I
Wrote
voted
my
for
name in on the ballot.
Miguel.
I voted for Kanye West.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you talk to me about what that nomination means for her and the black community? Is it a good look? Is it just him, saying, hey, look.
What's her name? Say her name?
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
Ketanji Brown Jackson. That's a whole black name.
Yeah, she's super
Give you
black.
that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it means a lot, man, because for the longest, and even to this day in 2022, they always telling us what we can't do, and especially telling black women what they can't do. This is her checking the box and shutting you motherfuckers up of what black women can do, And it's funny they questioned how valid her candidacy was, how qualified she was, and I had to do a little homework, man. I'm like, y'all question her. Let me see something. This is all for research. 30 motherfuckers that been in the Supreme Court out of the 115 in history had never sat a bench before being appointed to the Supreme Court.
Right.
18 had never been to law school, and 37 never finished law school.
Yeah.
How you not go to law school if you a
Well,
Supreme Court
because you don't, it's not a
Complexion
requirement.
for protection, brother.
It's not a requirement.
Yeah, you can Google
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And you
No,
go
that
to
was
her.
his partner.
She actually mentored.
I mean,
I
Donald,
just learned that
Yeah.
today.
no, Donald Trump became president, never held office.
Yeah, bro.
Never held political office. It's
And
not a requirement. They have age requirements and they have citizens
Nah, Pop.
requirements.
So like, I'm just saying.
I know it's
It's mind blowing,
misleading.
ain't it?
Listen.
It's mind blowing.
No, I get the whole Trump fiasco. You know what I'm saying? But to be a Supreme Court, I didn't know that. I didn't know
man.
shit.
I would think you would have to know the law,
man.
right?
The law.
Well, think about how
You do
long
not
this
have to have a
goes.
law
Pause. Think about how far back the Supreme Court reaches. You know what I'm saying? They were doing things their way without people watching or checking. No checks and balances.
Yeah,
back then.
before law school.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
and,
law
and
school is
then,
not even
so you know,
legal.
she's been a judge. She's been mentored by a Supreme Court judge. She's done interns. She graduated from Harvard Law School. And you telling me she's not qualified? Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Queen.
People were saying she wasn't qualified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they set up.
Well, he nominated.
And I also
my
want
bad.
to see what she does. No shot at Kamala. I'm not taking a shot at Kamala Harris, but we supported her in there. And
I did.
I'm not gonna shoot at her. I'm not gonna shoot at her, dog.
Shots fired.
Not
Fuck
this
you,
show.
man.
But she got in office and start talking wild. So I want to see that. They also laid grounds for us to watch Miss Jackson, who's unfair to her. Watch her when she gets in. I hope she does something for the better.
One thing about judges, right? There's two things.
I know, dog. I know, brother.
See my face.
Judges, the primary requirement, the way the process goes is the reason why it's not an election is because you can rig an election, right? And you could just be popular and become a judge. So the reason why you have to nominate the president has to nominate the judge
Only for
and
Supreme
then-
Court, though, right?
And then the Senate, all this, the leaders of the states, they get an opportunity to interview
speak to
the
her,
judge,
talk to her,
right?
yeah.
Now, based on how you answer, then they vote on whether they want to confirm her or not. He nominated, everybody knew this was because we did some research similar.
You know what the final vote is?
There's 100, the vice president, Kamala,
Yes.
if it's a 50-50 split.
It is, though.
But what's wild is,
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
right now it is, the pre-poll is that.
Right.
But what's wild is, we did the same thing. There's a total of 115-ish. I might be off by a few, but it's about a total of 115, maybe 120 total Supreme Court justices of all time.
Through
Because
history,
it's a
yeah.
lifetime
It's
appointment.
115,
Once you
115.
on,
Yeah, Bob said it earlier.
it's a lifetime appointment. 110 or 11 of those have been white men. There
Absolutely.
have been 3 women, and now this would potentially be the 4th.
Check that box.
The fourth.
No black woman.
So the first black.
This will be the first black woman. There's also been no Hispanic males. Huh? Hola, Miguel.
Yeah.
No Hispanic males, right?
I see the name of this show.
So I'm bringing that up to say that, when we talk about qualifications and we talk about a diverse country and you talk about all of the values that different communities have brought to the place, when it comes to how the Constitution is interpreted in terms of what rights citizens have and what things they should have access to, it's pretty much 98% decided by white wealthy men up until this juncture today.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about
like to
right
today.
now. Yeah.
To today, okay, boom. Look at the brain on Brad. I got a brain too. But listen, even today, right?
Yeah.
We're still not really considered people.
We still definitely 3/5. Let's be clear.
The 3/5.
Let's be
the
clear.
way the Constitution
What year is it?
works.
What year is it?
2022.
The way that works is they wrote an addendum. They wrote an addendum or an amendment that says that is no longer law, but it doesn't ever come out of the Constitution.
Right. So
it's basically is like a running record. It says this was once a law, and then when this amendment passed, that was no longer became a law.
Don't trust it.
But it stays
Let's just
physically
say we
in
get
the
wiped
document.
out.
Right.
And then somebody finds the archives.
Right.
And they just see that it's the amendment.
amendment. No, it's there. It's in the same
is
document.
It stable to the top? Stable to the top.
That's in the original document.
But you hear what I'm saying?
If they only find the original document in the museum, then it's
Is
curtains.
it like boom, click on that?
That's a great point. I never thought about that.
Come on, man.
That's a really good point.
That's crazy.
What if
I don't fuck with the government, man. Shit is trash.
What's the
man.
only copy of the
Just stay out the way.
Constitution
Just stay out that way.
that survives?
Hey, look. Let's. I don't really deal with this war shit and shit that be overseas and all that shit. I feel like that shit
Your
really.
gas tank deal with it right now.
I mean,
they
it's
gang
fine.
banging over there.
No, they
Gypsy
super gang
songs,
banging.
all that
I saw a
shit.
dope ass TikTok how they explained it, and my boy Corporate did a good job explaining
Corporate
that shit.
killed
too.
that, didn't
Yeah, yeah.
Killed that.
Basically, you know, shit, motherfuckers on their block, yada yada, whatever. A lot of bullshit going on. Motherfuckers trying to get free, right? But the only thing that I realized, I saw a bunch of clips on the internet, and what I realized is, man, it don't matter what part of the world you in, you black. right? When you black,
They'll
you
show
get
you.
treated
'cause
like
the
you
clips,
are black, bro.
Those clips.
Yes.
People trying to leave.
What? Because
the
those were
Ukraine.
African
It was
students.
Africans
Yes.
trying to
African
leave
students
Ukraine.
trying to get out. Yeah.
And just really African families
Some
too
of,
as well.
some of our Chicago's own are
Women with
playing over
kids.
there, can't even get out.
Right.
Yeah. On some
Yeah,
basketball
man.
shit.
Look,
But
international.
how you get to
warfare,
Ukraine though?
That's my question. What made you choose Ukraine to sell?
What?
The contract.
The check.
Yeah.
No, not that. I'm
What?
talking about the African families that are there. I just
Okay.
So
I see.
my question is not funny, no nothing. I'm just saying, just how did you migrate to Ukraine?
Well,
That's a real thing.
Yeah,
That's a real thing.
What made you choose Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Any place?
Which
Yeah, I
is-
put you on that though.
That's all.
That's my first
Kiev
question.
is a major Eastern
Kiev?
European city.
Yes.
That's,
Okay,
that's
that's
the
where
capital.
most of the
That's the
time
capital
it's
of
snow.
Is that the what they just bombed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't that
Yeah.
crazy, man?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, and that's
Gee.
what I'm saying. Like, Europe, I guess this is something we don't consider much. In America, we got this real false sense of protection. We got this idea that we have
We
rights.
know better. We
Like,
know better.
I'm just saying in general, when we see stuff happen in other countries, we're operating from a space of, well, I have rights. And you can't do this to me, and you can't say that to me.
Well,
And
this
that
is
shit-
the land of the
that's
free.
because we ain't had war on our own soil.
and that's what I'm trying to say is
And
like,
so
you don't
once
get to
these
have
motherfuckers-
rights.
Once these motherfuckers, what they was doing, what you was talking about, what this place is called?
Kiev.
Kiev. I see. This is I tuned in heavy on this, on how they just have these trucks that, just pull up with the missile things that just
Bang!
let the missiles loose or whatever into the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's people in the
Residential
building.
buildings.
Come on,
It's
man.
not like a military. Joe, they just shot up a nuclear
Reactor.
So here's the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm the guy whose job it is to go shoot the nuclear reactor, I'm within the range of this nuclear exposure.
You got to die for your country, dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Stand
saying.
up and whatever they do
That's-
with that motherfucker.
That's just stupid, man.
But I
It's
tell you
very
what,
dumb.
I
That's
tell
just
you
super
what, the
stupid.
sanctions is what you really need to be paying attention to, because what they're trying to do now with Alaska, if you have, I meant to do this last show. If you look at Russia on a globe, we think of it like it's way far
remember
away
what Sarah Palin
because
said?
we just think about looking across the Atlantic. But what you got to understand is Russia is like this far from Alaska on the globe because it's across the Pacific and it's at the top space. So the ability for them to put, and they used to that cold weather.
Yeah.
They built their military.
They make good vodka though.
So when you talk about,
They might make Pinnacle, now that I think about it.
how close they are to American soil, right? If they attack Alaska, which is
You're saying
across that
it's
pond,
not really that far.
That's the United States having to go to war because the Alaska is a part of the United States. You can't treat it like we treating Ukraine. Like, nah,
we
they
can.
over there.
Yes,
we
we
just
will.
gonna kick it on the border.
God damn it.
Nah.
If
Fuck
that
you talking about?
happens, I'm calling my O Block niggas.
You know
Okay.
what? I looked at it like this though, man. I'm like, well,
Real talk.
in the world, lots of the world, you have places where they're allegedly safe for people with mental health issues, mental disabilities, alternative lifestyles. Fam, I'm looking for a place in the world where there's a safe space for black people. We can't go anywhere and not
We
be
don't have
discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame
Better
that
hit one of these islands.
that's
That's
about,
it.
we
That's
got to
it.
make amends with our brothers and sisters that we were departed from, a long time ago. We got to make amends and get back together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because
But
once again, we can be on
it
this.
was-
We can be on this four more
Four
shows.
episodes,
it was,
right.
it was crazy
Yeah.
hearing
What's
all
black
the news
whale?
correspondents talking about they were surprised that there was a war in Ukraine because Ukraine was a mostly similar to European type country. I'm looking like, motherfuckers, do y'all know how many wars have been fought on European soil? What the fuck are y'all talking about? What it was y'all was upset that you saw people that look like you, that you identify with, having a rough of their fucking lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We see it every goddamn day. Our ancestors were used to it. We were taught that history. Most of it, or some of it at least, you know what I'm saying? But it's taking y'all by surprise that y'all got jobs, families, little dogs, all this bullshit, and people bombing y'all ass.
Pop. So not just to cut none of us in or whatever like this. I just need when the public watches this for 2 seconds, just really think of we had war on American soil, what that would be like. I just need you. I just need you to just sit there, whatever, and then hopefully that puts you in a different perspective or slightly change your way of thinking a little bit.
9/11 was the
bit.
only time there
little
had
bit.
ever been an attack like that, like an international attack.
That's a whole nother thing.
And it
because-
wasn't a full war. All they had was it was very
But
much.
I'm just saying,
I
though,
hear you,
that was that, and that was that time and that space. The people in Ukraine, like they every day is a building falling. They getting shot at. You got your granny outside, Pop,
and the piece on
the AK. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
true shit. No, for sure.
Because then they say like from 18 to 60,
all of the men could not leave.
wild,
They are not allowed out of the country because they have to fight for the country. I mean, at the end of the day, Russia's motive behind it is
selfish.
Well, yeah, of
territorial.
course. But the end of the day, you have to think about this from, let's just like to the same point you're saying, think about it from Russia's perspective. Essentially, the United States has gone around the world and they've put up military bases. So for strategic reasons, right?
Gangsta.
You know why we haven't had a war on American soil? Because before you start moving to the airport to get on your planes, we already can see you from this military base.
I applaud
so Ukraine,
the gangster thought of this.
yeah,
Which is why America is so motherfucking cocky.
Yes. And
Cocky. America, hell yeah.
We are.
Ukraine didn't join NATO, and so United States can't go on Ukraine's soil.
They were asking to,
trying to.
They were asking to.
So if Russia didn't kick this off, the United States, if this is Russia, the United States could build a base right on the border of Russia, at which point now we got your joint surrounded, you're done. So they fighting for the last.
But shout out to their president, though.
Yeah, Putin ain't no punk.
No, not Russia.
Ukraine's guy?
For
Don't
my man.
never shout Putin out, dog.
Never.
I ain't shout him out, but he ain't no punk.
But he's no punk. But I'm saying they president getting down and dirty.
He got his
He got the gun.
Yeah, he was
Biden.
He from the
probably
old
would have
block.
been one of them bunkers.
Biden would have a
Sam
heart attack
would've
on
been
the
in them
plane.
He
bunkers.
might plan his funeral.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit is crazy.
Right.
I'm cool on all that shit. It's just weird to actually live in these day and times and see.
Gas prices gonna be
saying?
up.
I just want to let y'all know, man, appreciate your blackness, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's really, in the end, it's all you got is your answers, bro.
Hey.
Facts. We touched on
God.
pause before. Yeah, the pause police in the
late.
building.
Hola, Miguel.
Hope
Not the hand motion, though.
Hola, Miguel.
Hope Chicago strikes again, man. Shout out to the work that they're doing, man. They gave 2 more high schools full scholarships for all of their students, man.
Yeah,
Clap it up, man. Juarez and Al Raby.
Nice.
So shout out to our black and brown, man. Shout out to Chicago Hope, man. That is amazing. Again,
Hola,
I
Chicago.
They
cannot.
won the Noble Johnson Prep too.
They did.
Yep.
That's dope.
So
Yeah, my daughter went there too. And yeah,
She missed that window.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, hola, Chicago Hope. Hola.
Yeah. I said last week, man, but to be able to go to school with your child and take advantage of that, it really closes the wealth gap because at the end of the day, if you as a parent, all you do is work, right? You're a slave for your job and you're trying to do something better for your child. Now you have an opportunity to grow with your child.
With your child.
That shit is amazing.
No, it's
It
amazing.
reminds me of Rodney Dangerfield when he went to school with his kid.
Yeah, I got to give no respect. He partied the whole time.
No respect. That's exactly what I'm on.
Right.
Damn, what was the name of that?
I forgot.
I actually watched that. That was a pretty good movie.
I forgot, yeah.
Out west though, Bosley, they're doing Austin Eats, man. They're sharing community-led initiatives to fight food insecurity, like our boy Dion.
We need it, man. Not a lot to say here, man. It's amazing. If you just take a short drive around where you live out west or the entire west side, you'll see only a few grocery stores that have everything you need. A lot of our money when it comes to eating fresh or having other diet options like vegan or vegetarian, you have to go to Oak Park. Places like that. You have to go outside. You have to go up north. You have to leave. Even south, you have to go to South Loop.
So I can't get up and just have flaming hot all day?
Go to
I don't know. And I'm scared, man. But some people ain't got cars. They on
Just
the
got to
bus.
drive down 53rd. That's all.
Yeah, you know. But so it's
Can't
cool,
believe it's
man.
not me.
Expensive ass treasure.
It's cool, man. You know, but this is what I'm happy for. Austin Eats, and I forgot the queen's name who's opening the grocery store just past Central.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, man, it's wonderful, man, because we deserve to beautify our neighborhoods and communities by spending our money in our neighborhoods and communities. That's what I mean by beautification.
So Attorney Raoul, man, is attacking him, and a bunch of other attorney generals are attacking TikTok, and they're basically saying
Attacking or investigating?
well, it's an attack because now they know it's coming, right?
Attacking Ukraine, attacking TikTok.
Right. They're basically saying that TikTok is
Hola,
ruining. Hola, TikTok. So he's teamed up with at least 10 other states to investigate TikTok, and they're basically saying it's killing our kids' brains at the end of the day.
Wow, I disagree.
Right? I'm just
That's a whole with like
Now,
another 4 episodes. I'm telling you.
I disagree for this
I can see
reason.
the angle.
Yeah, but it's trash, right?
You ever made a TikTok?
Huh?
He tried. No, he tried.
Yeah.
It's fun, but I've seen so many creatives. You know, have you seen
about the one where you just turn the camera and you just talk?
I created our TikTok account.
I'm talking about, but
you
I'm
never
talking
go
about,
on.
have you like edited one, did the voiceovers and did the shit that they doing? I ain't talking about the shit you did. I ain't talking about the you recorded you talking and then hit
I didn't
post.
do that. See, I know you didn't go to. He don't go to the TikTok account,
I
y'all.
don't go to his
You just noticed
account.
that.
But I'm just saying, I edited one of them recently. That shit took an hour and a half, bro. It is a complicated video editing suite. Like you have to do audio. Yeah, you
Did your kids help you?
No, it was me.
There you go.
And
See,
I'm a grown
you
ass
doing it
teacher.
wrong, dog. You fucking 40 plus. You need somebody in their teens to help you.
Well, he was 7. My nephew's 7. He wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, that shit
I'm
was
just
trash.
saying,
Though.
I
That shit
disagree.
12-year-old.
I disagree that that's what's ruining their brains. I do get the idea of how much time they
Yeah, I
spend
agree
on
with
it,
that.
and it takes them away from. But it is a you have to know a lot of shit. You have to figure out a lot of shit. It's like a master editing suite in a 60-second module, which is brilliant. And these kids are learning a ton.
It's a gift and a curse.
Like if he had TikTok, he wouldn't need me to learn how to do none of this shit because it's all built in.
Nah,
it's a gift and a curse.
I mean, they're talking about it's affecting mental health. Is what they're saying.
I agree with that though, because people are
Also,
they call kids sponges growing up, and even in your teen years, you are easily influenced, man. So if you see, you're gonna see the Kardashians, you're gonna see these models on there, these BBLs, these implants. You're gonna see people shaming other motherfuckers and cracking jokes and these practical jokes and pranks on people though. It's gonna affect you.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna affect you. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with y'all too though.
It takes a strong mentality, man, to just really kind of live and run through these social media things and have that shit not affect you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like grown-ups. Like I think I'm a strong man.
Right.
Sometimes I be seeing shit like, and then you just got to put the phone down. Because I am hooked.
That's it. Just put the phone down. It's not that hard. Put the phone down.
Look, I'm just saying. But you just gotta put the phone down. But I'm at a place in my life mentally, humbly, financially, or whatever like this. Shit don't bother me like that.
Right.
So some
don't let
people
it affect you.
Some people I can see because like nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
let's not focus on you then. How'd you school your daughter about social media and the ills that may come with it, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so my oldest daughter, my oldest daughter, Kennedy uses it.
It's a great name.
For like, she uses it for like, you know, she posts a certain way and she gets it a little more than
She's more of a curator.
She's more of a
content,
curator,
right?
Because she fresh in her
Right.
Okay. Period. But I'm saying like,
I get it.
Jeff thing.
That's my baby, right?
Yeah.
Hola, Kennedy. But like Boogie, she just different. Boogie is my hippie wild child or whatever. So she just like she is affected by the bullshit sometimes.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
This
Yeah.
girl, she did this.
Yeah.
Or they was bullying me.
She called her a hippie, man.
No, she.
You some
well,
OC for that, man.
She is, man. That's my hippie baby, man.
No, that's real.
I
That's
love
dope.
her.
That's
And
dope.
she's so kumbaya. She'll walk up to you, want to hug, like you can't hug everybody.
Right.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
2020
saying?
came, baby.
She like, hey,
I know.
let's pray. This is what she be on.
That's
You know what I'm
interesting,
saying?
man.
So like I'm saying on the TikTok of it or whatever, things affect her different to where Kenny be like, this bitch. Whatever.
Exactly. Right.
Whatever, fuck dude. You know what I mean?
No, it's real thing.
At that. But she
To that point, what's really interesting is like just a family member of mine, younger, was like recently saw that somebody that she don't connect with no more was following her, right? And just following her story.
Okay.
And the conversation for me, I'm like, man, you know, when I see a hater following my story, that almost gives me like an extra little bounce. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you can't not because you ain't stopping none of my flow, right? So like to me,
But
it was
that's
almost
your
like
built up
but for
confidence
them,
in it.
right?
That she hasn't been able
she
to
was just
build
like
up
that.
and shit.
She felt like it was invasive
Invasive, yes.
to
yes,
her
yes,
space because they grew up.
They
with
live in
social
that space.
media
They
as
since they was 2 years old, we
their
put that in front of them.
avatar is just as much who they
Yes.
are
Yeah.
as they are. Whereas for me, we created the avatar
Put that phone
after
down.
I was an adult.
I could put my phone down and be Dave Jeff.
Yeah.
Walk out this motherfucker.
Exactly.
Right.
Going
Exactly.
Like this. You know.
It's deep though. It's
It's
a
a
good point.
vehicle. It's
Yeah.
a gift
Right.
and a curse. It's
Yeah.
a gift and a curse.
How you use it? How you use it? How you
How
understand
to use it? Right. How to use it.
Are y'all in tune with what's his name, Pastor Corey Brooks, and what he's been doing?
Yes.
I thought about
Get your ass off that roof.
Reaching out to him, man.
Get off that goddamn roof, man.
Just 100 days,
It's
right?
cold outside.
It's 100
No,
days.
it was cold as shit, right? So I was going to wait until summer hit. We was going to go up there and chop it up with him. But I'm like, man.
This ain't the first time he's done this.
It ain't.
Yeah.
He walked across
he's
the
done
country,
this
I believe, before.
Yeah.
How much money is he trying to raise, man? Damn.
All the money. 35 million, I think it was. All the money.
Okay. All right. Okay. So shout out to Pastor Brooks, man.
Get your ass off that
I'll
roof
say
with
this.
that $1,000 table
Hola,
heat.
hola, Pastor Brooks.
Wi-Fi. Good elevator boots.
I shout out anybody, and no matter what their financial status is, no matter what their social status is, anybody that's just willing to commit to do a thing, and stick it out for how long
Right.
they can.
This is why
I'm gonna shout them.
I shout it out to y'all.
Yeah,
89 episodes.
True.
And all this, which started in the pandemic, and we still here.
Yeah.
You're doing it for a community center. My question is, how many community centers do we need? Because I need them to start being effective. I need
what they
somewhere to
gonna
pull
do
these
with it.
kids
Now,
in,
once
man, to
again,
get them there, bro. I need
that's
to get them there.
episode 100, yo. I'm just
Right.
saying, we can
Right.
be 4 episodes
For sure.
into the breakdown of that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Hey, well-
Y'all think about that shit, all right?
Boss, I'm gonna go ahead and toss you a oop, man.
I'm definitely patting boards now.
Shout out to Penny Hardaway, okay, Anthony Hardaway, for offering my guy Hansel Enmanuel, okay, a scholarship
Han
to
Solo.
a major
One arm solo.
D1. All right, now this guy
Oh, my
is
man with the one arm?
with the one
Yeah.
arm,
Yeah.
As he should.
as he should.
Bossy
Oh,
said he
y'all
gonna
better get
kill
the fuck
him.
Now,
Get the fuck off
if
earth.
you're,
Bullshit.
hold on, hold on.
cold.
Bossy said no chance.
I no. Let me give you.
So, okay, go ahead.
Let me
Y'all
give you.
go first.
Hold on. Let me
Please, let's go.
let me just.
Y'all go first.
If this is your first time listening to the show,
Right.
Abasi
I don't care if it's your
played
last time
at
either.
a high level.
I do care.
Okay, overseas, college, my high school teammate, all that.
High school.
Several awards.
Several awards. For me, no, it definitely
He
was.
played high level.
You didn't play at all. It's
Definitely played.
Y'all
My
start playing now.
one year,
Defense start
my
playing.
one
It's
year
different out here.
freshman year was the higher level in competition than y'all's whole 4 years in Lane
Wow.
Tech.
Don't say y'all.
But-
Don't say y'all,
but
fam.
We'll
You
move
out of
on
control.
from there. We'll
Now
move on
you
from
shooting straight now, brother.
Right.
there. You played at a higher level.
Pew, 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 pew.
Anyway,
It's a bunch of
so
garbage ass-
Abasi really believes that he would shut down this young man, and he's
Abasi
easy to
would shut
defend.
him
I said he wouldn't kill me.
My defense is everybody has the same game plan for him. Make him go to the opposite hand that he cannot dribble with.
Right.
It doesn't happen.
I was gonna say he still seems to score.
It does not happen. Now, if a player, in my opinion, should be a Hall of Famer if he hasn't made it already, can offer him a scholarship, he sees what he brings to a basketball team and a court.
You see me smiling, right?
What? Why are you hating on this young man? I want to know why.
Y'all
Where
go
you
first.
Oh, I don't have nothing to say.
Okay, so I've seen the footage of this young man, and it's pretty damn amazing.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't only go and stay strong on the one arm.
On
You
the
know
right-
what I'm
on the
saying?
right hand.
On
Yep.
the right. He still crosses you over through the legs, do this, do all of the razzle dazzle, and tends to and still makes it in the hoop.
Yeah, he's tall.
an athlete.
Number one, he's like what?
He's
6'8"? No. He's
6'4".
I was gonna give him 6'5".
I thought he was
he's
6'4",
6'4". I'm
6'3",
6'5".
yeah.
He's
No,
6'4".
he's a tall
At the
kid.
end of the day, he's an athlete.
Yes.
He's an outstanding athlete.
Yeah.
You got athletes in wheelchairs too.
Yeah. He
Just so you know, you do. You have athletes in wheelchairs.
all I'm gonna say is one thing he's benefiting from.
I didn't even laugh though. You laughed. You a sick motherfucker.
This is my one
wheelchair. I didn't laugh at all.
comment on this
Go
is
ahead.
that one thing
I
he's
really want to hit with
one thing he's benefiting from in this
what?
particular current time
Tell me, come on, please.
is that there's a new unwritten rule on carrying the ball. Because when you see his crossover, he definitely starts here and carries it all the way to this side with he got a long wingspan. He comes from here all the way over here. So I don't know if you get away with that in 1990s. That's all I'm saying. But I still think he's a dope player. I definitely think that he's
an
accomplishing
exceptional
amazing
athlete.
things. Yeah. Crazy athlete. Abasi, go ahead and do yours.
Go ahead, take off, man. Go ahead, take
Definitely
off.
so cancel,
He
no?
definitely deserves this scholarship.
Yes.
Just quick question though. How
Okay,
you?
bro, I want to see that.
Just
Please.
These are just a few one-word answers from y'all. Just like yes or no.
Okay.
Do you ever fall for his in and out?
Probably.
Would you? Should you ever fall for? Should you ever fall for in and out?
No, because you know it's coming back.
Should you ever fall for a crossover?
You know it's coming back.
You can't cross over.
You know he's got to come back to that hand.
But you know,
Dave, I said one word. Look at you. See that? Look at you.
I was about to go like boom, boom, boom. Okay, look, no.
Okay. Should you ever fall for a spin move?
Yes.
He can do it. He can do it. One word, swiftly.
How long does it take him to get a shot off?
You one word. I don't know.
Should you fall for a shot
Quite
fake?
honestly, he don't do a lot of shooting. He plays.
He's a slasher. He's a slasher.
He plays
Y'all
at
must
the
saw only
basket.
his good highlights. I did my homework, bro.
Oh, you saw the
Penny
transfer?
Hardaway. You know, Memphis isn't doing so well. They picked it up as late this year.
I thought about that too.
This is what you do.
I thought
You say
about that
fuck
too.
you on the way out.
And he
This
gets
is
some
how you
attention.
get fired. You know
And
what
he
I'm
gets some
saying? Check this
attention.
out. He got 2 other offers. Tennessee State, not a knock on them. I fuck with them. And some other Christian school. Fam, throughout history, most Christian schools play other Christian schools and they're fucking not athletic at all.
Oh, it's kind of like Lane Tech. Okay.
Okay.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Hola, hater.
the top 4%, I believe, of all 4% of all athletes that play high school basketball make it to college.
Right.
These are the best of the best, even on the bombs.
Yeah.
Say
give you that.
4%.
I was part of that 4.
So the bombs, they get left behind.
I give
so
you that.
You mean tell me this guy with one arm is finna go to the next level, D1, high level, not mid-major, high level, and be 26 points a game?
No.
Bob
rebounds.
Cousy didn't have a motherfucking left
He had
hand.
2 arms.
He
had
also
2 arms.
played before there was a 3-point line.
He did Bob Cousy. He said he killed Bob Cousy. But hold on, let me finish
Buzz
this.
Bob
12
Cousy, yeah.
teams in the NBA.
You know,
Bob
fuck
Cousy.
y'all. You know, ball players have groupies, right?
Yeah.
There's 3
So
black people.
I just
Like,
hope,
what
I
kind
hope
of stat was
that
that?
He said it was 12
I just hope
teams.
that my man finds a one-armed woman with the left arm, he got his right arm, and they have a baby. That way they both have, see that kind of math? You have 2 arms.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Or Shorty could have both arms. And he had 3 arms, goddammit, you know what I'm saying?
Hands up emojis.
That shit is trash, bro.
No way y'all should ever feel in y'all athletic prime that this man would ever destroy y'all, bro. This tell me what y'all think about y'all in y'all respective sports, bro.
I've never said he would destroy me.
I went from D1 to overseas. That percentage goes down to 2% of motherfuckers.
No, what
He's
I'm
not
saying.
doing shit to me.
No, what I'm saying, Pop, is, bro. What I'm
of
saying
the
is because he's an exceptional athlete. You just can't take that. He's an exceptional athlete.
Everybody gonna play next year in college except for him. When he get out there and start getting body.
As an exceptional, except he went from EXC
Look here, man. I'm trying to tell y'all,
to
man.
ACC.
You know, I do, and I'm not trying to be a hater now. Let me be serious for a second, though. I wish that man the best. You know how much perseverance it takes to get the level and get the recognition and not be deterred and practice. Even with 2 arms, you have to put in the fucking practice. So it takes double that with 1 arm. Now you get to this level, you get out there, don't get your fucking feeling hurt. They gonna gun for him. Who wants to be embarrassed by a player with 1 arm? Nobody, bro. No fucking body. So don't when we come back next year, I'm not talking fast, but come back next year, we have this talk about Hansel Enmanuel.
Hold on.
I'm gonna say, fuck you, I'm gonna text you. Fuck you too, man. When you get body.
We're gonna leave this with this point. I'm gonna just point this one thing out. What's old boy name that be roasting people from Chicago?
With the
With the dreads.
Yeah,
I've got it.
So anyway,
Welcome
so
to
this
this barbecue.
summer,
Right.
This summer, welcome to this barbecue. This summer, Vic Mensa, shout out Vic. He did he did a summer event down at DuSable, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Channel Everybody Comes Out. One of the things that he had at this joint was a roast session, and he brought up his boy Tree, who's in a wheelchair, to go.
Oh, he cooked his ass. I saw that clip.
A boy named with the dreads like Day Soups or something like that.
I forgot his name.
But anyway, he gets to the finals. Tree gets to the finals. The cat in the wheelchair. And he gets to roast this guy, the Instagram guy. And Instagram guy is getting smoked, and so he goes in on the handicap. And I'm telling you, Tree still smoked it, even though the handicap jokes was kind of funny. Some people was like, "That's a low blow." Tree was like, "No, go ahead, keep them coming," because he cooked them no matter what. So all I'm gonna say is that there is talent in people with different abilities that you gotta see. You gotta see it.
Sir, basketball is not a sympathy fucking sport. He said, "Sir, it's you got it or you don't."
That's true. And at that level, players are a little bit more disciplined on the defensive end.
They gonna fuck him
I
up.
agree with you
They
that it's gonna be challenging. For
I
him to
disagree.
compete.
I think he's gonna go to the league.
Whoa.
Now, where he gets drafted in the league or whatever, we got to still understand and know that it's still a business. It's still marketing. It's still marketing and everything. And
That's an entire community of fans.
I'm just saying, it's a community that's ticket sales, that's whatever.
True.
On top that he's an exceptional athlete. Now, he might not be at the top of the line of the athlete, but he might be good for business.
I want to bet you a pair of Pumas.
No problem.
That he won't make it there.
Dave, I don't want to do this to you, but I got to. Man, if you don't get your goof ass, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Hola, Goofy.
Hola, Goofy. There's no way he's to the league, right? There's no way. Hey, but shout out to him, man. I think it's amazing, man. I think it's amazing, right? To
Pop, you can't tell me what's the nigga from the Maguire with the movie, Jerry Maguire, good agent type, whatever, and seeing in
somebody
his
can get him check.
That's all I'm saying.
Somebody can sell.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well,
will he have this long, illustrious LeBron ass career? Probably not. I'm just saying.
Okay,
but we're gonna have this conversation again.
We're definitely gonna follow up.
Black woman got drafted to the NFL.
We gonna be like, damn.
Get your Bigfoot ass on, man.
I'm just saying, we saw like one of them episodes in the past. We talked about the woman who had gotten drafted to the NFL, and we never seen her
play the game. But
no, the NBA. She got drafted to the NBA.
What was the girl that got the NFL girl that got the
sympathy draft
shoe contract?
I'm just saying.
To what David says that he can make it, but Bossie's point is he's not going to be.
He's not going to
be a top talent.
And it's a bet. We're gonna put money on the wood. Money on the wood, make it good.
This week in Black Excellence, man. 2 Chicago kids, man. I don't want to get their name wrong, but Chicago student he was accepted into 12 different universities, but he got $1 million worth of scholarships.
Oh, he's good.
Right?
He's good. He's good.
Let me get you his name because he needs the proper credit. This shit was crazy. $1 million in scholarships?
You need an app that makes you click the thing that says read the full story. It's not good.
That's your room. That's your books.
Everything.
That's gear. That's going back
Stephen
and forth.
Christopher Thomas.
That's going back and forth to the crib.
Yep, everything.
That's everything.
Your parents are crying tears of joy at home.
Man, that's your parents' tickets to come see you.
End of the day, I mean, getting a scholarship, because what that is that's the total offers he's gotten. So they total that up to over $1 million. He's got 12 different offers.
That's extra credit. Extra credit.
But the killer is, at the end of the day, what it really is it ain't 30 years of student loans. That's what it really is. What it ain't is debt for the rest of your life after you get this degree.
And
who pays their student loans?
No one. I'm not on that. I'm not on that at all.
I'm just saying.
Period.
Hey, I don't have them. If I did, I would pay them IRS.
The credited in no way. But anyway, go ahead.
Then we have a student at St. Mel's, man. He got a perfect score on the ACT.
Was it St. Mel?
Yeah, St. Mel's. A perfect score on the ACT.
Right. What is that?
36.
Yeah. Out of St. Mel's, man. Shout out to him.
1600
SAT.
And it was one more young brother, man.
Damn, that's kind of dope, though, to be honest with you.
You know, that shit's crazy. I didn't put this one on here, but I got to
get on the SAT.
Okay, so now this young brother here, 16 years old, he scored a 162 on the IQ test, higher than Stephen Hawking. Have no idea who that is. Bill Gates.
He's a different ability individual who's a registered genius.
All right, that's great. He's not the African genius, so anyway. Bill Gates and Albert Einstein, right?
Yeah, also part of the
kid is 16,
genius collective,
right?
Yeah. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Swap it right there.
No, I saw this. He's dope. Dope kid, man.
So that's the Black Excellence for this week. And all of Chicago, again, happy birthday, Chicago. Everything dope happens in fucking Chicago. Nice. And with that being said, I got to segue to the reason why we have the 3-time champ. The 3rd time on the show. Right? That means this guy is important.
3P.
You know what I mean? Right.
I missed the second one?
Yeah. No, you didn't. You were there.
We did the one at 16.
Father's Day.
Oh, you was on that show? That's just last time we seen you. You wasn't on the Father's Day show. Okay. Was it?
No, I don't know, man. But this is the 3rd time. No, this is Dave. No, this is your 3rd time. This is your 3rd time.
3P. Look at you. You're still a dynasty.
I can't remember. But this is the 3rd time officially. Dave Jeff, Fly Life. Right? You know what I mean? Like, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up.
Thank you.
See how he's not afraid to clap for himself? If you don't got you, who else got you?
Yes.
I mean, to that space, man, like, honestly, like, so the last time you were on the show as a guest, we were announcing Brewfest, Summerfest, Hydepark Summerfest. And then, whatever, times changed, COVID happened or whatever.
Didn't happen.
But beyond Summerfest, which we're going to get back to, you've been, like, doing shit. Your name and it pops up on the feeds like in a lot of different spaces. So maybe give us just a quick like recap since the last time we had you on the show. Like what has happened in the world of Dave Jeff?
I mean, my fly brand, my apparel brand is still cracking. Actually, this summer is my 20-year anniversary.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? 20 years already. 20 years in streetwear, 20 years in having a relevant brand. Like, look, thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? In that, still working with Puma. So I'm a cultural partner for the Puma brand.
Cultural partner.
So basically just navigating Puma through our Chicago streets to different people.
Hola, Puma.
Hola, Puma. Setting up, activations and marketing stuff, community things. We're about to do some stuff with Dion, you know what I'm saying? We've done other stuff with Englewood Barbie and other community.
I need her on. I need to talk to her.
In other community things or whatever. I am the creative director. That's my new title this year.
Another feather in the cap.
Creative director for the Hydepark Summerfest.
Yep.
Hydepark Summerfest has y'all just don't even know just how amazing it's going to be this year.
Yeah.
I just recently started a company with a buddy of mine named Mello and as far as footwear. Okay. I don't know if y'all have seen or you follow me or whatever, this high top looking wallaby. Been rocking. Mello created this boot probably like 4 or 5 years ago. He got it back, and when he got it back, it was dope, but it wasn't what he needed to do with it on the whole. I'll just say that, and it kind of was dormant for a while,
right?
And then so I really saw the interest in the whole piece. I think it was the day of the Juice WRLD
festive thing that they had at UFC.
This is the thing of posting. When you posted, like my fit was right, had the J on, boom, boom, everything like this. And this picture of me in this boot, damn it, went viral.
Wow.
Right.
Like, boom, the fit I had on the planes, this dope planes puffy coat.
Shout out to Emery.
And the team and everybody. And so it just went crazy. And so he saw it, and I definitely saw the interest or whatever. So because I have the background fashion and the relationships with factories, this, that, and the other. So we're doing that. So look for that in summer.
What's it called again?
The company is called BWS Industries. It's
BWS.
Born with soul. So BWS Industries. So you'll see that. It's just an alternative, a fly, for lack of a better word.
Right.
Alternative to our 6-inch, our wheats, our 10s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the first offering is going to be wheat, black, just like anything that you would wear, Tim. And so I've been doing that strategically, also like posting certain things
just
that you would normally have on Tim's with. But I have these on so you can kind of see the different things. But
he gonna cry. He loves him.
Oh, hey, baby, you're gonna love these too.
There you go.
It's called a hater boot. Is what it's called.
Okay. Because you're gonna stomp the haters out.
It's called the hater.
Okay.
It's called the hater. H, the number 8 and the letter R. Or whatever.
Hater.
And so you'll see that this fall going forward. And so that, guys, have just, amongst all other things that I love and building brands and doing this whole thing, that right there has a fire on my butt. And really has brought me joy in creating this thing and just seeing how it is. But back to the Summerfest show.
Yeah, man. Ooh. The announcement came out.
Yeah.
The lineup came out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Hola, Summerfest.
Let's start here. For all of the true Hydepark Summerfest, Hydepark Old School Brewfest fans, let me be clear.
McKinday, let's get into it, bro.
The DJs are still front and center. I know. I've been seeing that question a lot. I've been seeing people like, well, but it ain't gonna be no DJs. Like, it ain't gonna feel like a party. I don't want to just be at a festival. Let's be clear.
So as you say that, that was one of the things that I definitely felt that we had to keep, because that is the DNA to our once small street festival, right? That our Chicago DJs are some of the best DJs in the world.
Facts.
So just know, like, from the opening door of the fest at 12 o'clock at noon to about 4 o'clock, it's going to be a party.
There you go.
It's gonna be a party.
And the city
days
sorely
is
needs
gonna-
that, man. The city needs that.
Yeah, city needs that.
Jackson,
It's gonna be a
Midway
party.
plus Science.
Midway
plus
plays
Science.
out.
Yeah,
So
plays
just
out.
to be clear, because it seems like sometimes some of us don't read.
You don't say.
Don't say. I'm just gonna say.
Funny as hell.
I'm just gonna say people. I'm gonna say people. Hola,
Me
reader.
encanta.
Hola, reader.
La biblioteca.
Reader, right?
Me llamo Omar.
So I say that just because I've seen comments and people like, yo, do I need to? First of all, it's a ticketed event this year. Okay?
Yes.
It's a ticketed
We'll get to
event.
that too,
So we
yeah.
get to that, but it's no longer on 53rd, family.
Right.
Hey, Chicago's no longer on 53rd Street. You got to look at it like this. I need y'all to look at it like this. When we started the fest, it was in a little bitty parking lot, not even a little bitty parking lot, but it was a parking lot on 55th, across the street from the Hydepark Neighborhood Club or whatever. We probably had for the 2-day fest or whatever like that, maybe 1,000 or so people over the 2 days.
Yeah, it was a very much so an actual block. It was just for the neighborhoods.
It was just
in
for the
area.
neighborhood or whatever.
Yeah.
Then we grew. You know what I'm saying? We took the Harper's Court, and then we took all of 53rd, and we had to stop at one block. Then another year it grew some more, then we had to go all the way down there.
Like 3, 4, 5 blocks.
Like almost the Woodline. I mean, like Dorchester, easy.
Yeah.
You know, being realistic.
easy.
No, I'm just saying, being realistic. So, you know,
get it.
how sometimes people like, nah, man, we went all the way to Drexel.
Right.
No, we didn't go that far.
You did not.
We did not go that far. But I'm just saying, y'all, we've grown, and thank you, Chicago.
Facts.
Come on,
Facts.
hola, Chicago. Hola, Chicago. For allowing us to do that, because y'all support has helped us do that. And so because y'all support and the community has really gotten down with us, we had to move. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's no longer
plus.
safe. So I just want to say, 2019, y'all, over those 2 days, we had almost 50,000 people. Yo.
Yeah, man. And,
So picture, I can show you a picture. I'm gonna send you a picture just so you can edit it in the
see
thing
it.
Okay.
and see it down, and it just look like, oh my goodness. So when you see this picture, once again, that would not be safe. June 11th and 12th
man.
on 53rd. That would not be safe at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to look at it, Chicago, please. You know what I'm saying? That when we moved for safety.
Yeah,
Okay, like,
that was why I got canceled last year. They got canceled for safety.
If that's really the most important thing, or whatever. Like Jonathan Swain and the founder, Jonathan
Shout
Swain.
out to Johnson. Shout out to Swain.
Hola, Swain. When we had the conversation about canceling last year, it was just like, it hurt us, but it was the safe thing to do, because I think it wasn't a Marion dance.
No.
It was the not the AK. It was the Delta variant. It was the Delta variant. Hola Delta. It was the Delta variant that was
Percolating.
percolating, bubbling up and everything. And so it
And
just
the vaccine rates were way
low. So it just
Way
made
low.
sense, y'all, for safety to cancel that. And and then for my hustlers, for everybody that know what it is, whatever, all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
All
man.
money ain't good
Right,
money.
man.
And then we trying to live, man.
Right.
We need to live.
Yeah.
So the Midway Plaisance, to have it this year, is more than enough space,
It's
y'all.
so much
More
space.
than enough space. It's going to be these experiences, these activations of things. It's just going to be a great time. Ticketed event. Okay, we get to the ticket part. Ticketed event.
Y'all listening? Hope y'all listening.
It has to be a ticketed event. So let me tell y'all. So y'all got these national DJs from our street fest.
Right.
The Clark Kents, the Jazzy Jeffs, the D Nices, and all that other stuff like that.
Shout out.
They weren't free.
No.
But we had a great time.
We
had a great time. It was a great time for the culture, a great move for the culture, the whole nine or whatever. So now as we move to grow the fest, you know what I'm saying?
It's not free.
To be a national and compete with the Lalas, the Rolling Louds, the
Right.
Lyrical Lemonades
Yep.
and stuff that I know y'all go to.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying?
not only they go to, they post to everybody.
And
Can't wait to spend this $250.
And have no problem paying those fees, whatever,
Right.
and all that other stuff. That's just what this is.
Yeah.
And we have to do that because now we have these national acts. We have these international talents. We have all these things, and we're going to be fenced in like a major fest.
Right.
You feel me? Go with all the CDC type things for the COVID or whatever. The city mandates at the time
Yeah.
and everything. it's just going to be a great time, guys. It's going to be a great time.
I'm speaking it like just straight up from this point, man. Like I think at the end of the day, there's two things, man.
Yep.
90% of the people that come to the event prior are grown ass people with jobs and decision making skills. Hold on. And
Ola adults.
Right, Ola grown person. And at the end of the day, while I do understand that initial feeling of, man, Joe, this been free, it's been so good, right? And now I gotta pay. People ain't asking you to pay no absorbent amount of money, man. This ain't no different than what you would pay on a regular day, just going to have drinks.
So let's break it down.
On Friday with no Busta Rhymes.
So let's just break it down. We have Busta Rhymes.
Busta, the hip hop quotable. You did.
We have Lupe Fiasco.
Chi-Town.
Lupe Fiasco
out west
doing the 15th anniversary of
the first and 15th. Yeah. Oh no, it's the 15th anniversary.
The 15th anniversary of the Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So
Definitely
he's like slated contracted for like over 60 minutes.
Exactly.
Right. So he's probably going to do the whole album. You getting a show, maybe bring some people, yada yada yada.
And he get to do it at home on the South Side where he from.
Right. You have Jay Illa.
Shout out to Jay Illa.
Still in that mix there, whatever like that. We got Mustafa Rocks, and we have baby Jazzy Jeff on this day, DJ Active.
DJ Active,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DJ Active, and then we have more talent for that day that we can't just announce.
It's a smorgasbord, man.
Just right there. And then you have DJ BG, you have Mike P.
BG,
you know what I'm saying?
Mike P, shout out to Mike P.
You have DJ RTC. Roosevelt from Close Session.
Yeah.
He's gonna open us up and everything. So that's Saturday. That's Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday, we have this major dude that I really can't really talk about, but y'all all know the song. We all kick it. It's been on every TikTok and everything for the last
I want to tell y'all so bad right now.
We can't do that or whatever. But then, opening for that guy.
Right.
We have DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Can't beat that, man. Can't beat that, bro.
DJ Jazzy Jeff. So y'all know it might be somebody like, man, well, we seen Jazzy Jeff. When the last time you seen Jazzy Jeff?
Right.
Hey, man.
Tell me when the last time you seen Jazzy Jeff.
He's a king.
Last time you seen
He's
Jazzy
a
Jeff,
king, man.
Unless you've been outside. But that's just like saying, man, I don't want to. Michael Jordan shouldn't play.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we seen him play.
Grammy Award-winning DJ Jazzy Jeff. Come on, man.
So after DJ Jazzy Jeff, then we have Marsha Ambrosia.
Oh,
yeah. Strictly for the ladies.
Come on.
I'm definitely singing word for what she's saying.
Okay, right. Marsha Ambrosia. Okay, boom. And then opening for Marsha Ambrosia is my brother, my big homie. We have Terry Hunter going to kill it. He is Chicago. He is house music. Is house music, period, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. And then
we go turn up.
Right before Terry Hunter, you have BJ, the Chicago Kid.
Just from all sides, right?
BJ the Chicago Kid. And then so you have BJ the Chicago Kid. And then coming back from BJ the Chicago Kid, you have.
I can't take it no more. I can't.
What? Hola, BJ.
Don't cut this off for that.
No, I have to. Y'all been flagrant the entire time.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Oh, yeah, pause. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know.
That boy whole name a pause.
Right, that's a whole nother pause. So we got BJ the Chicago Kid, and then Bulu Master. Bulu Master.
Which is the real deal.
Yeah, man. DJ Jay Grilla.
That's good, man.
We have DJ Alicia.
You gonna have Cats OD.
Yes, DJ Alicia, DJ Wild Child, and DJ Malik Shabazz.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So the talent is like crazy for both days. So the point is about what we talking about ticket sales. So if you took two people out of any one of them days, they definitely worth $49.
Exactly.
It's easy.
At the end of the day, man. It's a painful conversation to have with grown people.
Yes. Also, and then something that's more painful.
If you in college, right? If you in college, or I get that, right? But you are a grown ass adult who can spend $600 on a rare pair of Jordans that you never wear, and what you don't. What you would rather do. Let's be clear too. I think that the focus on the negative comments, it's probably too
I'm good out
much
here,
because they're not that many.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
really not that many people.
not. But just to address us, like I think, like y'all just Chicago world, because I'm gonna say y'all audience is definitely bigger than Chicago
For sure.
And these things like this takes months of preparation.
Man, it takes so much work.
It takes.
There's no price on your time.
It's no price on the time,
Exactly.
not
See
my
what I'm saying?
time, but it's not just my time,
No,
yo. It's
everybody-
the
have to
team.
pay the best in their time.
No, but I'm just saying, it's the team this
Right.
year.
Prices.
So when we win bigger, pause. When we win bigger,
Wait a minute.
we had to expand
Mm-hmm.
on the team, and so it's some heavy hitters on the team, y'all. Whatever. I'm not going to tell you exactly who they are, so their phones don't get blown up, because my phones just get blown up when the shit is announced, and we don't. Is that a giant?
What in the fuck is
tweaking?
Is that Tweety Bird?
That is a whole
That's funny.
Cabbage Patch head
Hold on, but back to the show.
on top of somebody's
We
head.
are on Southfield.
Back to the show.
That is strange.
Damn, was that an outside?
It was a shot.
Oh yeah, he don't do outside.
Ola West Side.
You right,
I mean,
though,
y'all,
man.
just at the end of the day, and not to just go back and forth, like
No, talk
sometimes
that shit.
people
Talk.
gotta take themselves out of the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this fest ain't particularly just for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just step back and just please look at what's all going on, or whatever, the Busta Rhymes, the Jazzy Jeffs, the all of this or whatever like this. They cost money, yo.
You know what else is
you know
interesting?
What I'm saying? But they cost money.
$50 ain't nothing but a night at the theater.
Bro.
Yes.
Go see a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You do a
And
movie.
you can be there all day.
All day.
You're right. You get
12 to 9:30, basically. 9:45 is when you're gonna be there for the $49. Like, you're probably gonna spend some money on some food.
man.
You're gonna spend some money on some other drinks or whatever like this. You know, but you're gonna have a great time.
Even
You know what I'm saying?
if you cheap motherfuckers want to pregame and get fucked up before you come there, guess what?
Hey.
When you pay that $50 to come,
Hey.
you gonna have the time of your life. You gonna overdose off the vibes.
Hey, man.
also just consider, like, for like you said,
Not that y'all cheap,
it's
I'm sorry.
not even just the staff. It's not the amount of time you have to put in on the phone conversations, the amount of time you have to put in the scheduling. What you have to understand is that to get top talent to come to anything,
Yes.
a club,
Yes.
a festival, an after party, you have to pay for them to hold that date. If Dave Jeff, if John Swain, if whoever doesn't put down the money to
Yes.
say, we want you to perform on this date, you don't get talent. So there is an upfront investment in making something better.
Yes.
Right?
So let me explain this part too. Just very clear, because I get this every day since we released the thing or whatever. Hey, I want to open up for Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
I was going to go there. Hold on. No, I got you, Bob.
Talk to me.
Hey, look. Get the fuck out of here, okay? No one knows you, okay? You don't have a movement outside of your block.
Yes.
No
Yes.
one knows you.
Yes.
You're not talent worthy. All right?
Okay.
I'm be honest. You're not talent worthy.
So,
All right?
So they won't be performing on the Convo Fest no time.
Because I'm not doing one.
But the political answer to that, and just the real, once again, and taking yourself out of the thing, y'all.
Right.
Yes, we released the talent and the date for the fest on March 1st, like we did. Right. Yes, we did. But y'all, this has been in motion for months.
Damn it, since last year.
So
bro.
I'll say this, and this is the politically correct answer.
Well, it's also the
And
honest truth,
The
though.
honest truth,
It's
and all
been
facts,
like that.
whatever.
Yeah.
Those slots, once again, because we do have national acts and Grammy Award winning live acts, whatever. So if we had 10 slots for DJs, whatever, now we only got like
6,
5. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then each slot realistically is already contracted out. You know what I'm saying? From
Like the
the
actual
major
time.
talent to our DJs that are local. I'm not going to say local DJs, our
Right.
DJs that
Our
live in
DJs, our
Chicago.
talent. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Those slots are already contracted out, and that time is that time. Yeah, it might be some wavering in between acts or something like that, how that goes, because I'm hosting, and you know how I get. I pull you up. Hey, I like the shoes. Hey, girl, come sing the national anthem or something like that, or whatever. But as far as like a full out performance, that wouldn't be advantageous to nobody.
Yeah.
At the same time.
This is a production. This is a fucking production.
But right, thank you, it's production. But this being our transition year from Street Fest to Major Fest, I'm just saying to my artists that are from Chicago and want to get on or whatever, this year, I'm just sorry, it's already locked in stone.
I tell you what,
Start now, put y'all work in, get hot.
I got one better for you.
Yeah, and so let me finish. So next year for 2023, we're definitely going to come up, work with creative ways or whatever to get our local talent people.
Yeah, that's what he did. We already got that locked and loaded.
Okay,
don't worry about it. We ain't gonna talk about it.
But that's what it is. And so I'm just saying this to say is like we're not dissing nobody. Yeah. We ain't forgot nobody. Excuse me. It's the beer. OLA beer. We haven't forgotten anybody. We haven't forgotten anybody. We're not dissing anybody or anything in that way. But y'all just got to understand that this is how this is on this date, on this time, or whatever. So 2023, let's get it. Like, be open. But I'll say this, though. For all the people involved, it would probably help if you support our businesses too.
I was gonna say, only in Chicago do you have to explain why you doing some dope shit for Chicago.
But it is, and I'm cool with that.
It come with the territory.
But I'm saying, yo, when I do some fly shit, I would love to see Chicago in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, Chicago was in
website is banging all day. Yeah. You know, but man, I could use it to bang some more.
Yeah.
Kenbark Beverage. You know what I'm saying? Kenbark Beverage should be empty. The shelf should be empty because Jonathan Swain, being the owner of that, has put this on his brain. Child, you know, in the beginning, they put it there. Like, go support that.
Absolutely.
My Hydepark people, whatever, go support the Hydepark Chamber. You know what I'm saying? Chamber of Commerce. Maker's Mark. So Beam Centauri, Maker's Mark is the presenting sponsor.
Big shout out.
Go by Diego. His special
his Maker's Mark. Yes.
Support all those things like that.
That's how we started.
He got a second one coming out. The second one's out.
It's already out.
Oh, I know the second batch was out. His 46. Maker's 46.
Hola, Diego.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Boa Gives. So Boa Construction is also a part of it, who's a major community partner with it. Their charitable arms is called Boa Gives. And so 10% of the ticket sales are going back to some CPS schools.
Love that.
Through the Boa Gives. Like, they're matching the dollars.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
So I'm just saying, so it's community, y'all.
It's still building community.
It's still building here. Yeah. And it's just so much going on, man. And y'all are going to have so much fun. Hydepark Summerfest, June 11th and 12th.
So Black media will be in the building.
Y'all get to the point where
y'all do know
continue to grow.
We the official podcast.
When are you going to drop the HP, or will you ever drop the HP and just say Summerfest?
No, because it's going to be rooted in the South Side. And this is like, for national people listening and talking and whatever, like Chicago, we get a bad rap, especially the South Side, Inglewoods, old blocks, and all of that stuff. It's like, I mean, it's a little bit, bro. It's a little bit. Look, we wild, you know, sometimes, but this is definitely not being wild.
Facts.
This is not. That's not that. You know, in that, and that's just what we're portraying and standing on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody
about these dope fest and dope people.
I mean, you talked about it last time. Like, there hasn't been any major incidents at any of them.
A couple of rumbles.
I mean, you know, I mean, rumbles. You know,
but we talk rumbles. They was like scraps.
Yeah,
because people was having too much a good time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, in it.
That's gonna happen.
But also to your point about the spacing of it, man. Like, over the last couple of years, you can't move without somebody bumping your beer, or it looked like somebody grazed up against your lady, and so you know, naturally you gonna feel, naturally you gonna feel some kind of way after you've been sipping. You know what I'm saying? And you've been having such a good time. But overall, no, it ain't never been nothing newsworthy or nothing like that. Ain't nobody even had to call no ambulance, quite honestly. It's always been like a quick. It's always been a quick, like, yo, man,
I think like last year or the last major year, we had that kind of storm on a Saturday. So we definitely kicked it half the day. Had the storm, shut it down, but then Saturday the world was out.
It was packed.
The world was out, and it was dope, man. And so that's what you're gonna get from us this year. You know, I'm hosting. We got some guest hosts too coming on to relieve the energy. I'm curating a marketplace that's gonna be in the middle of the people or whatever, similar to like a Complex Con or whatever, with some of your better brands, I'll say. You know, so giving a higher level of activation
and experience.
And experience. So myself, the fashion geeks, leaders,
shout out
some Englewood branded,
a lot of Chicago,
a lot of Chicago heavies, Black, Addison and Clark.
Shout out to RSL, man. Shout out to RSL.
Shout out to RSL. My girl Jasmine from J Scope, get the ladies involved.
Talk to my girl
Tina too. She has this Tina Greater Chef She has this dope hot sauce and everything, whatever. Okay. So it's gonna be a mix.
Okay,
of
I love that.
It's still highlighting Chicago.
Still highlighting Chicago, whatever. But once again, y'all. So the people that's gonna ask, like, well, I ain't in that area. Like, this has been planned. This has been planned. This is a lot of stuff that was already locked in for the 2 years before, and then we just rolling it over.
Let me get one more perspective.
I wonder
on
if we
this,
still
right?
locked in.
One more perspective.
We
on,
definitely locked in.
Definitely.
The thing you got to understand is festivals are designed by design to bring a spotlight in your community for places that people who've never been to Chicago.
Yep.
Right. So this conversation about like South Side of Chicago, right? The story that somebody in, I don't know, man, Wyoming, somebody in Colorado, whatever.
Yeah.
They hear
Wyoming.
the one story, right? But if they so happen to see like, oh man, Busta's one of my favorite artists, right? Or Lupe's one of my favorite artists. Or BJ Chicago came and I love that last album, right? Or
Fly in,
whatever.
let's get here.
What happens is they start to say, oh, he's from Chicago. I'm gonna check that out. Now they get there, they see all this Chicago culture, they see all of this. They start to see the juxtaposition to this ain't the shit that's on the news, right?
This ain't that.
But the third level on the business side, and I really hope people understand this, this is also how you get, the Pepsis, the Coca-Colas, the Apples, the Microsofts. When you go to Lollapalooza, the first year of that festival, they had all indie sponsors. None of the major money companies would invest in it because it sounded weird to them, right? Now, biggest marketing budget period for a festival, right? Here in Chicago, doesn't feature anybody from Chicago 99.9% of the time.
Talk your shit.
But we there.
Y'all go.
We packing it out, right?
Here goes the put on right here. Here goes the put on.
So this conversation is also about supporting so that the spotlight is actually showing the other side of Chicago so that we can attract that, because when you attract them dollars, you know what you get? You get more days, you get more lands, real estate, you get more stages, you get more opportunities, right? The support mechanism
and you get free
is just
shit.
as important.
You get free shit.
And free shit. But I'm just saying, myself, the team or whatever, the whole thing is, it's like,
you giving the team love. He appreciates y'all.
Y'all know I do. But I'm just saying, like my Chicago kid moniker and all these things about helping the community, helping the youth too. We're going to employ some of the youth there so they have an understanding of production. You know about production, pop. And how that could possibly be a vehicle for profession. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. So it's so many moving parts, y'all. It's so many moving parts. So please just don't look at it like it was free, but now we paying. No, that's not it. We gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do.
And you probably can't say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
Look,
I knew this was
I gotta say it. I gotta keep it real. Look, if you don't want to pay, we don't want your fucking money. No fucking way. It's just that simple.
It's cool.
It's cool.
But don't do the whack comments.
Right. Right.
I mean, you'll self-identify who you are based on what you say. But I will say this, end of the day, what I think, what we definitely plan to bring to the table is kind of that, right? Like, the conversations we had before the last one got canceled is like, it's hard for you all to do all the planning, all the actual production, all the day of, once this thing is happening, answering the emergency calls, making sure that the things get done. And at the same time, highlight all the other aspects. And so that's why you all bring people on like us. And it's like, yo, all right, y'all need to, y'all from the land. Oh man, we got you, bro. Check in with them guys over there. We got the microphones. You get your spotlight. You're going to have an opportunity, right? You still go through the proper channels to do that. But ultimately, that is what it's about. It's about building out the space so that it is a full feature of what it is. When I go to other festivals, man, you go to One Music Fest in Atlanta, bro, they proud to see how big that's gotten. They proud to see how far that got. The Afro Punk series, they proud to see that that's turned up because they know that's bringing people to this community to see this community in its full height.
And this is just the beginning, y'all.
It's just the beginning.
You're just saying, this is like, I have a passion for growing brands. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I've done it with my brand. I've literally probably had 2 cents to do with majority of the streetwear brands here today in some form or fashion, work with them or whatever. I've dealt with $3 billion footwear companies in different roles or whatever. So this has been
has to be step
joy.
one.
This is
Yeah.
a joy. Like I'm passionate about this and getting involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy every day. I'm happy for the opportunity in the beginning. I'm just grateful for Chicago and everything for supporting things that I do.
Yeah, man, we gonna clap it up real quick in this back, man. Clap it up for Chicago. Clap it up for Hydepark Summerfest.
Chicago.
Summer's
Chicago.
That's bro's 7th time walking past.
Yeah, no, that's T. That's
okay.
he waiting on these keys for me.
Got you.
Okay. One second.
So man, he's definitely scouting out the situation.
No. He doesn't want to.
I'm going out the back door.
He doesn't want to interrupt the production
With the police officer.
That's a real thing.
Right.
Respect, T. Hey, so I'm glad you said what you said. Before we got here, I got to ask you, and I'm asking everybody too. How would you explain your basic life philosophy?
My basic life philosophy?
You said it's not basic, huh?
No.
Okay.
It's like two things, right? Okay. I'll get spiritual too.
Yes, let's do that.
I'm a spiritual guy.
You got a whole 7-foot baby angel in the corner.
Yeah, we're gonna put some clothes on, goddamn. Turn around.
Can't get no help up in here. Because there's some folk in here that people have roped you off, said you would never amount to anything.
I don't know how long he been trying to play this since episode 27.
Disgusting.
So my philosophy, y'all, like, look, it's we have to do the work, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to do the work. So it's scriptures I can go on and on about, but at the end of the day, we have to do the work to stay in the good of what has been done for us, who we are, whose we are, the whole nine. And a lot of times, like it's scripture was, say, be angry but sin not. You know what I'm saying? That's powerful because we can be angry because we're human. We're flesh. Nigga, you piss.
I'm
flawed.
Yeah.
You piss me off.
Right,
Whatever. But the sin not part is like, going around and fuck you, bust
to
you,
go get
whatever,
your
get you,
people.
whatever,
Right.
for whatever. So like in that, like, I just say to that point, it's about staying in the good and doing that work of staying in the good. Because once you stay in the good, you stay in that presence, you stay in this, to people, how we say the universe, whatever, you stay happy and speak
into existence.
Speak positivity or whatever. Gee, I'm telling you, speak positive shit, you're going to see positive shit all day.
I feel like that was like
you speak some bullshit, you're going to see the bullshit all day. This is as cliche as these things sound.
This is a real thing.
It's true. That's just real talk on how the universe just works.
Yeah.
Pops. You know what I'm saying? So that's one in it. So staying in the good, doing the work of staying in the good, right?
I like that.
And then in it, forward motion, man. Forward motion. Keep fucking going. Yo.
Yeah.
Keep going
forward. Like another analogy I have is like situations could be this sexy dance, right? Picture you in a situation and you grab a girl, and y'all dancing, and stuff like this, right? You dancing and stuff, The thing is not to do a moonwalk. You don't want to go backwards. You feel what I'm saying? But it's up to you on how much you and Shorty swaying. You know what I'm saying? It's up to y'all how much y'all gonna do this dance and do this and go like this, or are we ever gonna move? Am I ever gonna dip you? You understand what I'm saying?
I see where you're going.
So forward motion, pop. Forward motion. So thing that hits you and knock you down, whatever. It's like, man, let me get up. That's my vision.
Yeah.
I gotta go there. I gotta keep it going or whatever. Even though I'm dancing with Big Booty Girl. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm dancing.
Got my album vision board.
You soft tonight. But you staying here too long.
I might have to just.
You staying here too long. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
so you gonna have to go with me?
This big old booty gonna get old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This softness gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? But like where are we going?
Interesting.
Forward.
I like that.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
We got to do that. And that's how I see with the brands and building the brands. Like, okay, like I see something in this. Okay, let me put this here. I know how to get it to the people and use the influence or whatever, but we just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just it. That's just me.
What about you,
Say
Kende?
AB? I was going AB.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, mine's simple, man. It's self-preservation, but not the exact definition, but part of it. The need for survival, the protection of one's self, but my mental, my feelings, my well-being, you know what I'm saying? My energy, my vibes, my aura, man, because when you center, you know what I'm saying? When you feeling good about yourself, when you know you're doing what you supposed to do. You accountable. You responsible. You know, others can draw off you. You can pour into other people, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And you can be the best father, brother, husband, friend, cousin, boss. You know, worker to be a boss.
So it also sound like be the example you want for yourself.
I hate that fucking saying. I hate that.
I didn't think it was a saying. I was just saying words.
Is that real though?
It is.
It's okay. It's all right. See, I guess it's the kind of person you think you are or want to be, because I want to be the shoulder when somebody has to cry, talk, listen. I want to be the guy you can come to. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong and I'm sitting up to where I won't be moved.
Your shit is together. It's enough that you can
hold you down.
That can hold you down.
Hold you down.
That's
through
real.
whatever you're going through. You know what I'm saying? I can hold you down. And I can be understanding. I can be all that, man. That's pretty simple how I move.
But once again, it's about doing the work. A lot of us don't want to do the work.
Facts.
Don't want to do the work.
It did go right back to that.
Unfortunately, our younger generation don't seem to want to do the work.
Not yet.
You know, started on that.
Yeah. That's episode 101.
That's every episode I've been on. Every episode I got at least one. But no, you ain't finished.
I'm done. I ain't got to expound on that.
I mean, honestly, man, I think.
Hold on, you care? Exactly. Fuck you being all nice for.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you. And I hate your looks.
Also, happy birthday, Mom. My
happy
birthday.
birthday,
Mom. Hey, happy birthday, Mom.
You ain't never met a Pisces like that lady. But he just da-da-da-da-da at my mama. Like, what just happened?
That was Ola. Say hi.
I want to say something right now.
Nope, I'm a chop.
Yeah, I already know.
Yep. Straight Android to the esophagus.
Mama, I love you.
Right.
Kid ain't with the mama
my
jokes.
philosophy never have been. Never will be. I was always the smallest dude on the block. You say something about my mama, I don't do nothing. I'm done. Like, no, you finna catch all this heat for that mama joke.
Angry are we?
No, man, my philosophy has changed in different times and different ages in your life, which I actually think is healthy, right? But the one area that I feel like has served me consistently is this phrasing, like think, period, and then decide, period, right? And for me, it just goes in the sense that, like, no matter what you're doing in life, the first thought is I have to identify. Like, I'm here with Dave Jeff, I'm here with Abasi, I'm here with Amon, we on this podcast, all this stuff is happening. Y'all, I mean, the people on the show heard me say this before, but it's like, so now what are my options? And how do I navigate? As long as I go through a conscious mental process of I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. At that point, you have given yourself the credit of having identified what like you said, my vision, my goal, right? Where am I at, right? Now make a move. And I think this is where a lot of people get hung up. They get hung up either in making the decision at all, or immediately after making the decision, they start worrying about whether it was the right one. So, you go from a free festival to a paid festival, and all of a sudden people start chiming in like, oh, it's a lot of people could go back into, oh shit, we made the wrong decision. But for me, as long as you did them first two thoughts, as long as you thought about what you were doing, thought about what your options were, when you made your decision, you give yourself that grace to understand that I knew exactly what I was doing. If it turns out that nobody shows up, well, damn, I got to look back at that and be like, I made a wrong decision.
I made a wrong decision.
But I knew what I was doing. I did it on purpose.
What do I do different?
Intentionally, I was intentional about what I was doing. It wasn't just some throw it up in the air, wait, don't see how the shit fall. And for me, that's always been important, and that factors into your point about she don't want to wave.
She did wave. She saw these braids. I'm talking about.
That doesn't factor that factors into young people not having the same type of work ethic, which we're not going to get into now. But that does factor into that in the sense that they tend to feel like, as a high school teacher, they tend to feel like you asked them for their first thought, and they gave it to you, and they like, that's the end of the day. Like, why are we having more conversation? But what about you?
I mean, I love everything that you said, right? I really do. And a lot of what y'all said, I've already done, right? My new thing is not being afraid to pivot. Pivot. And I say that because sometimes you'll stay in a space too long because of relationships and what the relationship used to be. Right?
Or the idea of what the relationship could be,
right?
Should be.
my thing is, can't be afraid to fail. My father always told me, look, you got to do it. If don't nobody else do it, who's going to do it, right? If you believe in it, then you do it. And for me, I've learned this probably in the last 3 to 5 years, like for real. Certain things just aren't in my control, and I cannot control them. Stop letting that hold me down and keep me, as you said, Dave, moving forward. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I cannot do anything about certain situations. Life happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Life happens, right. And you cannot be afraid to pivot. You have to have a plan A, B, C, D, all the way to Z sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when you talk about think, I actually think a little bit more, right? Rather than just reacting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because when I react, shit don't go right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I find myself apologizing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really think what I was doing. It's
right. Think it through. You ain't think it through, right?
Right. And some of the things that I've done could have put me in a really bad predicament.
Mm-hmm. Or somebody else that you care about.
Exactly. Right? So for me, it's not being afraid to pivot and recognizing, all right, I need to leave now. Mm-hmm. I need to veer off now. Because if I don't, then I'm trapped. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid of what you think about it. I'm doing what's good for me.
But you're not trying to step on this person intentionally, though, and that's the thing. That's key.
At all.
That's key. That relates back to what I was saying about me taking care of me, because you have to leave some people behind. And this is like 3 more sentences. You have to leave some people behind when you're making yourself better. It's not to hurt you, because I need me to be right first so I can be the person I need to be for everybody else.
What they say on that plan?
I released a sweatshirt last season or before that just said simply manifest self.
Yeah.
I love what I'm saying? Yeah. And so you can only really do that after you've done the work. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And truly be like, I have arrived. Yeah. And then when you do the work, and to your point of what you're doing now, you're probably doing that now because you probably have definitely changed your circle.
For sure.
And that's super important too. You know what I'm saying? Or how to feed or what a better thought process looks like or something like that. Like, you got to do that.
Yeah, I mean, also, I listen more. Mm-hmm. I listen a whole lot more, right? I mean, when we talking about my wife, my daughters.
All right.
Right?
Different.
He just started listening to me last week. Man.
Literally,
I got a text this week with I did this. I've been saying this for 7.5 months. But like, hey, shout out to you listening though, because like you did do those things.
I listen, bro.
The what's one of the oldest sayings too though? You can't listen and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope ain't gonna sell itself.
that part too.
Dope ain't gonna sell itself.
Hola, dope.
So God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Listen more, talk less.
Talk less.
Right. Yeah. And before we get out of here, because I know you want to say something.
No, I wasn't. Yeah.
But I just figured out this is actually the 3rd time for Dave Jeff. I've been sitting here thinking about it the whole time. One time when we were in COVID on Zoom.
Oh, we did do a Zoom. That was the first one.
Exactly. Yes.
We did a Zoom.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because he was the first repeat.
Yes, at 16th.
Yes. Street. Yeah. Shout out 16th Street. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Hey, look, man.
Okay. I only want to say, I got to ask one thing just from you before we for real wrap. Only because it just wrapped up. In as few words or as little as you want to say.
Okay.
I'm just bullshitting.
The Kanye documentary. Because I know you've seen it.
Yeah. Great job, Cootie.
Facts.
There you go.
Facts. It's the Corner Convo, man. Episode 89, man. Thank you for always tuning in.
I was going to say Chike too.
Yeah. Great job, Cootie and Chike.
Shout out to Alpha Space. Y'all come through. Y'all hit Dave up. You want to rent it? You know what I mean? He's here for that. Boom. He created this space for everybody.
Yep.
He created it for Chicago. And if you want to fly in, man, we out here fly shit, man.
And it's fly.
Shout out to Puma. Okay.
Fly.
Shout
out to Maker's Mark.
Shout out to Emory.
At Hydepark Summerfest.
There you go.
Yes.
Hydepark Summerfest.
Yes.
www.flyworldwide.com.
Start calling Swain Swizzy. I wonder how you
Dave Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
At Big Homie Swain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got any more? big Homie Swain.
It's gonna be some dude in Atlanta get off.
Hey, it's the Quarter Combo, man. Episode 89, man. We out.
We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but also human rights. Until the only way
we on the corner.
a we from us or a side from us is come together.